We'll try this again. Greetings all, it's Max and we're back and we're going to do another kind of a time-sensitive little quick video. Hopefully quick video. I want to talk about this convoy that's going on in America. And, you know, I expressed concern about it when I talked about it before. The one that's in Canada seems like it's pretty legit, okay? Granted, the goal of Operation Lockstep and what's going on with the cooties and all that stuff is to shut down the supply chains and make people more dependent on the government. That's why there's still boats sitting in the harbor off of LA and San Francisco and those ports, and because they want to shut down the supply. Okay. So it's cool what Canada is doing to stand up for the rights and things, and it looks like that is an organic sort of a deal. Whether or not it started that way, who knows, but it turned out to be an organic ordeal. And they're getting things done. And other people are sort of following suit in other countries. But when it comes to America, as far as I knew, there are actually American truckers that are participating in the Canada thing. You know, people who, a lot of American truckers go through Canada too and travel through Canada. They would be subject to this jab nonsense with Canada, right? They'd be there protesting. But now there's one that's going on that's planned in America from California to Washington, D.C. And I say this is very highly suspect. Incredibly highly suspect, because they planned all this thing on Facebook and media that would instantly be shut down. And of course they were eventually shut down on Facebook, but I mean, you would be immediately shut down on Facebook. And they're planning to do this little run some point before March 1st. And is it organic? I don't know. Either way, there's going to be some trouble with the old government. And why do I say that? First, I want to talk about if it is a legitimate thing, you know, good. But you're kind of poking the bear with the stick. And people are going to be upset because America is full of a bunch of babies, okay, who are going to be mad when the store is out of lollipops and they can't get their chicken or whatever. They're going to be mad, and you're going to end up being the enemy of the state and the enemy of the people, right? And that's how I see it. How I see it. I'm all for standing up for your rights and all this stuff, okay? Don't get me wrong. But plotting and planning it out and taunting the government to do something about you is not the best way to go about it. Not even close. And I don't know what it would possibly accomplish at this point, because we know that these mandates or whatever they call them, these suggestions by the CDC are all going away. Fauci was just on the news like a couple of days ago talking about how all this stuff is going to be going away soon. So what does this really actually solve? I'm not sure. But this is what really got my attention. Okay, the person who is organizing this is named Brian Braze. He was interviewed on Fox News. He was interviewed on a lot of other news sites. And let me tell you, if you're a guy who is going against the government, especially about the cooties narrative, you're not going to be on the major news networks. They're not going to call you up. Okay? They might take a statement from you or do a phone interview. They're not just going to have you up in the studio. Truck driver. You know, Alex Jones, maybe Alex Jones. And then when you look up Brian Braze, then you get this. In IMDb, the actor database. Brian Braze credited for Tucker Carlson tonight. It's an actor database. Now, what was the purpose for this video, and why am I bringing this up now? Because the wife sent me a thing off Indeed.com. For people who don't know, this is the replacement for Monster.com for the jobs, for people seeking jobs. You go through Indeed and look what they're hiring for Washington, D.C., and this posting is in Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Look what they're looking for in Washington, D.C., $25 to $75 an hour. Full job description. CA&M Inc. is a small business, I bet, dedicated to providing exceptional talent to support our federal clients. Our federal clients, because our federal clients need actors. Is currently accepting resumes for role players to support a number of training packages and events. We are currently accepting resumes from role players to support a wide range of training events. Training events? What was going on in 9/11? During 9/11? Training event. In spaces such as health, disaster training, law enforcement training, military training, we are looking for role players that can meet the following requirements. Realistically, accurately, and convincingly portray a variety of scenarios in a diversified settings and environments such as practical, situational, and field training exercises and tests. Portray a variety of role-playing scenarios. Memorize critical data contained in each role. Be prepared for each role as to portray assigned roles with no reliance to the role script off the book. Ability to follow directions, be on time, and keep with the assigned bounds of the training exercise's scope. Take direction, adjustments, and notes quickly and implement those moving forward. Convey information and data in response to students' correct and proper interview skills, questioning and/or elicitation techniques, while simultaneously completing government-provided student evaluation sheets in accordance with government-provided references, procedures, and forms. Realistically, accurately, and convincingly portray your role. Must be able to withstand working in austere environments, weather challenges, standing, walking considerable distances, and in certain training programs may be required to lift up to 50 pounds. Candidates should be comfortable on a schedule of short notice, 3 to 5 business days for on-CONUS events. Candidates that are interested in on-CONUS events should hold a current U.S. passport and be able to up to date on all applicable vaccines. Isn't that funny? The crisis actors have to follow the stupid government mandates. Role players with secret clearance, retired DOD, Department of State, Foreign Service officers, and veterans are highly encouraged to apply. Okay, this was posted 5 days ago, and they want you ready to go within 5 days. Where do you think that old convoy is going to be in 5 days? Come on, guys. I mean, this is like blatant, just setting them up, setting people up. I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. Is anyone who's, following the U.S. trucker thing, make people aware that they're hiring crisis actors directly for Washington, D.C. It's the Department of Defense is doing it right now. It's important. And be on the lookout for it. And get rid of them guys. Like them people in Canada that are holding up the Nazi flag. Right? Let them get away with that. Just take their stuff. What is the news media going to report? Well, the truckers oppressively assaulted the KKK, the innocent KKK, and took their flag. I mean, come on. Come on. They're already trying to spin it to make you look bad. People are holding up KKK flags and all this stuff. Take their flag. Take off their mask, because they're all wearing masks. Make sure that everybody knows on camera who these people are. And if you're, any one of these little fools who goes and does this thing to be part of a government psyop, I've heard of starving actors, but you ain't starving that bad. You're doing a disservice to humanity by doing this stuff. And you should be flippin' disgraced. So that's what I got. Guys, be careful out there. As far as this, I think that it's totally fake. Okay? That's just where I'm at with it. I won't be surprised that the people are... The unfortunate people who are not part of the PSYOP are going to get caught up in this, and just like the people that were at the Capitol and everything else. And it sucks. You got to be careful. You got to be careful out there. So with that, guys, we're going to be out of here.